Hi, this video tutorial is going to teach you how to get started with using an expression pedal with the TimeBender. So the first thing you're going to need to do is go out and get yourself an expression pedal. Now the nice thing about the TimeBender is that it supports all sorts of different kinds of expression pedals. You can go out and get a Yamaha or a Roland variety. You can also get a passive volume pedal like this Ernie Ball Jr. here. That has to be a 250 kilo ohm variety of the Ernie Ball Jr. They also sell a 25 kilo ohm version, which is more for keyboards, and that's not what you want to use. But any of the passive ones, yes, you can use them. So that's the first good thing. The second good thing is that it's an auto-calibrating pedal, which means you don't have to go in and do any fancy setup when you plug your expression pedal in. Here's all you have to do. You plug your expression pedal in. At this point, the TimeBender doesn't know what kind of expression pedal it is or what the voltage range is on it or anything. But as soon as you move it to the heel and to the toe again, it's all set. It's just calibrated itself. It knows what kind of expression pedal and you're all ready to use it. So just keep in mind, it's a good habit when you plug your expression pedal in to just sweep it to the heel and toe once before you actually start using it. Okay, so now what can you control with the expression pedal? Well, you can control pretty much anything. For any delay mode, we're on digital right now, you can control any other parameter with the expression pedal. And that's really fantastic. It's not like you can just control delay time or you can just control the mix like you can with other products. You can decide what you want to control and set it up. And it's actually really easy to set it up. And here's all you have to do. So to actually set it up to control something, first of all you move it to the heel position and you decide what settings you want there, what kind of sound you want in the heel position. So just as a simple example, I'm just going to set the delay time to 500 milliseconds. And then you just move it to the toe and you set that to whatever value you want. So in this case, I'm just going to set it to 800 milliseconds, just as an example. So now, when I move between the heel and the toe, it changes the delay time for me between those two values. Now you can do the same thing with any other parameter on here with the tone, the repeats, the modulation, pattern, voicing, mix, key, and the strum pattern. You can learn about the strumming your own patterns in another video tutorial, but you can actually store a different strum pattern in the heel and the toe and morph between them. So now the question is, well, how does it actually move between those two parameter values? Well, in a lot of cases, it just moves smoothly between them. Like you can see the delay time is just smoothly moving between 500 milliseconds and 800 milliseconds. And that's true with other more continuous parameters like the tone and the repeats and the mix. And with other parameters that are more discrete like the multiplier and the pattern and the key and the voicing, it just switches at the halfway point between your two settings. So as an example, let's in the heel set the tempo multiplier to dotted eighth note, and in the toe let's set it to half note. So now you'll see that it stays on that dotted eighth note for the first bit of motion, and then as soon as I get to the halfway point it goes up to the half note. Okay, so that should be pretty obvious how things are moving. If it's a discrete parameter, it will change at the halfway point, and if it's more of a continuous parameter, it will smoothly move between those two values. Now there's two special cases, which are the modulation knob and the mix knob, which you can watch a separate video tutorial on how they work with the expression pedal. But the rest of them are pretty much just as you would expect. Okay, so now let's look at what actually happens when you plug the expression pedal in. Okay, so let's set things up in a certain way. So let's set the delay time to a second. Well, actually, let's go to a quarter note there and let's set that to half a second. So what happens when I plug the expression pedal in? Well, let's just find out. When you first plug the expression pedal in, all your knob positions, your delay time and key, they're all mapped to the heel and the toe the same. So the expression pedal won't do anything when you first plug it in. Okay? And then let's say you want to set it. Let's just go and set the toe position again to say 800 milliseconds again. And we'll move back to the heel, so we're at 500 milliseconds. So what happens when you unplug the expression pedal? Well, the TimeBender will revert to the toe position. So you'll see that the delay time went back up to 800 milliseconds there, and that's true with all your other parameter settings as well. So it's really easy to use an expression pedal, and I highly recommend getting one with a TimeBender because it's so easy to use, and it really does open up a whole new sonic landscape for you in terms of creativity and the kinds of sounds that you can get out of the TimeBender. It's really great. There's a bunch of other tutorials on using the expression pedal, so if you're into it, check those out as well. Hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you.